Welcome to my channel. I'm the Finance Chick, where I break down finance concepts and teach people that are beginners in the finance space. Today we're going to be talking about blockchain. So we're going to be getting into crypto related concepts. I originally was going to do one all about Bitcoin, but then I realized I feel like you really need to know what blockchain is before you even get into Bitcoin's overview. First and foremost, congratulations on wanting to learn about crypto. This is an amazing community because a lot of it is self-taught. So a lot of the people in the community are self-starters, the people that have long-term goals, and it really says a lot about someone that they go out of their way to teach themselves a whole system. The fact that you took a step to click on this video and learn says that you have self-starting qualities. So congratulations, and you're going to learn so much, not just with this video, but this is just going to be the start of a whole new thing. You're never going to look back. Crypto's freaking amazing, and I love the community so much. I'm not Nicole, I promise. Once you go through the process of learning all of this stuff, you feel really accomplished, and it's like, if you can do that in this part of your life, you can do it in any part of your life possible. Sorry, I did not mean to get so freaking deep there. So let's get into the video. Before we get into how the process works, let's talk about the problems and solutions that blockchain provides. As we know, bank accounts get hacked all the time. If you haven't had your bank account hacked, you probably know someone that has. People get their bank account hacks, identity stolen, emails hacked. Getting your email hacked is actually a big deal because when you think about any time you reset your password for something, how do you go about that? They send something to your email, and most places, that's all you need is an email to reset a password and then get access to private information. If you got locked out of Amazon and then were able to get back in with just an email and your credit card information's on there, that's pretty serious. In the world of internet today, there's a lot of issues with security. The way that the internet works today is a two-way street. So what you're seeing on your screen here, it's connected to a server somewhere else, and that server is just one computer. So it's easy to hack. I'm not a hacker. I don't know much about hacking anything, but I know that the risk is higher when you have one side here and one server there. You can infiltrate that system a lot easier versus crypto is a network of computers. So if you trick one computer, you have to trick them all. With that being said, crypto is not impenetrable. So if anyone tries to tell you you can't hack it, that's a lie. And anytime you see something get hacked, don't be caught off guard. The solution isn't that it's impossible to hack, it's that it's harder to hack than the systems we have in place today. So if you hear one place getting hacked, it's such a big deal in crypto because it's so difficult to get hacked. And on top of that, day-to-day hackings just don't get announced on the news on a daily basis. So there's a lot of people getting hacked in today's systems, but it's not blasted all over the place. It's just kind of like you hear about it through friends and family. I know my sister has gotten her bank account hacked like 3 times in 1 year. And then in the crypto world, it's like, got hacked, not safe. So people just like to make it a really big deal. And it is a big deal, but it's just go by the facts. Like, it is harder to hack crypto than it is a regular bank account. So let's get into what blockchain actually is. It's a network of computers that keeps a public record of transactions. And these transactions only involve the two parties that are having the transaction. So there's no third party like Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, and you don't need to do a ACH wire that'll take a while or Swift that'll take a while and involve multiple hands in the pot. I have a finance background and I deal with wires every single day. There's like 5 people that need to be involved to process one wire. It is so not smooth, it's not efficient, and there's a lot of room for error. Whereas cryptocurrencies, it's just you and me. It's also called peer-to-peer. It's essentially like people say digital cash because the way that I can hand you a dollar bill in real life is the same way that you could hand someone one Bitcoin digitally. It's just like going from my wallet to your wallet, and that's that. So let me get into some terms. Like I said, peer-to-peer is just like you to me. There's no third party or third person getting involved in the process. Distributed ledger, you'll probably hear that flying around. It's essentially a list of transactions that's public. Once a transaction is put on the blockchain, it cannot be tampered with or removed. Ideally, sometimes it can happen, but it's really rare. But transactions can be continued to be added onto it. Think of it kind of like a shared Google Doc. Imagine if you had a shared Google Doc with your friends and you all could add transactions onto the list, but you couldn't remove or change any any other ones. You're all seeing it. You're all able to add transactions onto it on multiple different computers. A block contains information. It contains the list of transactions. Bitcoin, for example, can have up to 4,000 transactions on one block. And with Bitcoin, a new block gets generated every 10 minutes. So there might not be 4,000 transactions. Once the 10 minutes is up, a new block's going to get generated. Each block has its own hash. It's a digital code. It's kind of like a fingerprint to identify each block. Every block has its own hash, and it stores the hash of the previous block, except for the first block because there is no previous block. Essentially, the hash is what chains them all together. So it's a block with its own fingerprint, and it also knows the fingerprint of the block before it. So if you try to hack this block, you have to also hack this block because they're connected by the hash. Yes, all of the transactions are public, but you can't see what the transactions are for necessarily. This is to help maintain the privacy of the people trading, which is just like cash, you know? You trade stuff with cash and you don't know what it's for. So digital cash, there we go again. When you hear people talking about nodes, that's essentially just computers. Just think of it like a computer. A node is the computer that's on the network. You can have nodes that are miners, or you could have nodes that are just for validating transactions, and they earn rewards by validating transactions, and miners earn rewards from validating new blocks and transactions. Bitcoin has a max supply of 21 million coins, so once all of those coins are mined, people can still have nodes out there, computers, same thing, and they'll earn rewards just from validating transactions to keep Bitcoin up and running without having anyone mining. So just to summarize, let me pull up the exact definition of what blockchain is and we'll break it down. Blockchain is a shared immutable ledger that facilitates the process of recording transactions and tracking assets in a business network. A blockchain is a chain of blocks that contain information. So essentially, it's just a network of computers that keep track of transactions. Once the transaction's in the blockchain, it can't be changed, but you can add transactions onto it. It's a way for people to have digital transactions take place without any third party involved, and it's much faster. Bitcoin is one of the slower transactions, but other cryptocurrencies are much faster, like XRP or XLM. And Bitcoin's known as digital gold because they do have a max supply. So once they're all mined, there's no other way to create new Bitcoins. Similar to gold, there's only so much gold in the world. Some of it can get destroyed. Some of Bitcoins can get destroyed if you put it on a hard drive and then lose it or forget your passwords. And then once all of the coins are mined, its inflation is 0%. So right now, because you can still mine coins, it technically has an inflation rate, but it's always getting smaller and smaller each year. I know this video is a little bit unhinged, but I want it to be more casual and feel like we're having a conversation. So if you have any specific questions, you can put them down below, and I'm a small creator, so I can, respond or even make a whole video for you, because I understand this stuff can be kind of tricky. And if you Google stuff online, sometimes it's like, what's a blockchain? Oh, it's a chain of blocks. Like, gee, thank you. I figured that at least. And it helps me to have people in my real life explain things like I'm having a conversation with them. So I want to be able to offer that to people that might not have other people in their life that are interested in crypto as well. So yeah, that's basically it. So hopefully that helps so you can go out in the world and do more research and understand some of these terms a little bit better. All right, good luck. Good job for taking the initiative to learn about crypto. I'm super excited for your journey because it's a really fun ride.